So, changed my mind. I'm gonna record one more video before I go to work. It's gonna be another, I guess you can say, reaction video to all Father Silver's videos where he kind of break down One Piece fights and everything. I was feeling good after recording the last one. Granted, my camera froze on the last one, but I'm gonna find a shorter one that we can watch, and we're gonna just go from there. Ooh, who is stronger, Garp or Sengoku? Okay, I like that. I like that. I know I said this would be like my Sunday themed videos, but I'm recording and upload it anyway. Sanji, can you stop licking yourself, bro? Thank you. Thank you. Look at this big fucker. Oversized mom thing. Okay, go away. Shoo, be gone. Sanji, get your heavy off of me.
So who is stronger, Sengoku or Garp?
No!
Who could have thought that
Suck
Shenlong's
my
sword?
balls. I did not mean to do that. I did this yesterday and it pissed me off. Yeah, you can eat a bag full of baby dicks.
Two of the
Anyway.
strongest Marines in all of
Stop
One Piece,
licking
and the only
yourself.
two Marines officially confirmed to have Conqueror's Haki. Now, not saying that a certain red dog, the cherished one, top one, won't have Conqueror's Haki revealed eventually, but as of now, the only confirmed Conqueror's Haki users are these two.
Hold up. You gotta restart it. Okay. So, today, again, we're reacting to the boy All Father Silver's video. He's gonna be breaking down who he feels is stronger between Sengoku and Garp. I'm gonna be listening and giving a little input in between and sharing my input at the end. And you know what? This is actually gonna be the video I dropped for this Sunday that just passed because, well, the first, because I don't like what happened with the other one, and I'll just use that for this next Sunday. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it.
So who is stronger, Sengoku or Garp?
The big dogs.
Two of the strongest Marines in all of One Piece, and the only two Marines officially confirmed to have Conqueror's Haki. Now, not saying that a certain red dog, the cherished one, top one, won't have Conqueror's Haki revealed eventually, but as of now, the only confirmed Conqueror's Haki users are these two. Garp and Sengoku's rivalry is something that's clearly depicted throughout all of One Piece. Through their adulthood in the old age, the two have had banter back and forth through it all. It's even outright stated that they are rivals in One Piece magazine in a diagram that shows Whitebeard, Shiki, Garp, and Sengoku all to be rivals of the same type of league. You also have statements from Oda directly that was published in One Piece magazine volume 16 for one of the One Piece games that talks about one of the video game characters as being a Delve Fruit user who can compete with Garp, Sengoku, Whitebeard, and Roger, putting them in the same league. Now, of course, that character is not canon, but Oda giving the sketch and outlining the skeleton for the story of the game tells you his mindset is putting these characters all within the same tier of power. You then have in-manga examples like Roger saying to fodder Marines that are defeating them, at least bring Garp or Sengoku with you, the rest of you are no fun. Keyword there is or. Obviously he doesn't say bring Garp and Sengoku. Either one of them individually is enough to challenge Roger. It's even more impressive depending on your interpretation of the context in which that battle would take place, as Roger's crew far outweighs whatever Marine fleet Sengoku or Garp would individually bring, save for maybe the feetless goat Bogard. That of course makes sense given the dialogue Roger and Garp shared earlier in the series.
Yo, we
talking
really
about how
need to
they
see
had
something from
countless
this nigga
battles
Bogard,
where they
especially
fought
since
each other
Garp
with
got
intent to
captured.
kill.
Like,
Sometimes people like to bring up the fact that Garp and Sengoku in Chapter 0 fought Shiki 2v1 at Marineford, and I talk about this in much more length in my Shiki versus Roger videos, so check that out if you'd like. But the context there is that they're fighting at Marineford. If you know anything about when the Admirals or Marines fight at Marineford, Sengoku touched on this in the war. It is about protecting the island, not the fortress. The fortress can be rebuilt, but the island cannot be destroyed as the symbol for the world. So therefore, the Marines are going to be in a nerf state. That's why they would be fighting 2v1. Also, it's something about efficiency as to put him down as quick as possible, as Shiki got far less damage inflicted to Marineford than Whitebeard did, and he was bleeding a week after the events of the fight. You also have to take into account that in the One Piece verse, logically, it's not about ego. in that
Imagine
moment,
getting
what
your
Shuki
ass
shows up
whooped
to
and you
Marineford,
bleeding
it's about efficiency,
you
taking
bleeding
him
a
out,
week
mitigating
later,
the damage.
bro. That,
People live on Marineford. They don't want to destroy the island. They
bro.
have to get rid of this guy with the float fruit, who's very dangerous as far as destructive capability as fast as possible. It's not a setting to where you want to have an extreme diff 1v1 fight, as showcased by Aokichi and Akainu having to leave the island to have their 1v1 fight after we had previously saw them fight perfectly fine on Marineford. Just goes to show the true capacity of the high-end levels of Marines and what they're truly capable of needs to happen in an isolated setting, far away from resources they want to protect. It was even highlighted specifically that Shiki was supposed to be Sengoku's business, and Sengoku specifically told Garp to stay out of it. It was a very similar relationship to the one that Roger and Garp have, where both of them wanted to individually take down their foes. It just so happened that in this context, that was not going to be plausible, but he had every intention of fighting Shiki alone at open sea.
Bro, imagine if we would have saw a 1v1 fight between Sengoku
and leading the charge for the Marines over the past few decades, as well as even in their
Shiki,
old
like,
age,
that would
continuing to show that they do not fear
I
each
hope
other
we
and
get a
speak very openly and freely
zero
with each
piece
other,
where
while
we
leading
see
their
the
rivalry even
whole
into their old
Roger
age.
side
We see
of
at
things,
Marineford
like
that when
the
Garp shows up to the
rivalries from
platform,
back
Sengoku
then,
specifically says,
the
"Just don't
Yonko
get
from
any
back
funny ideas in your
then,
head,
the
Garp,
people
or I'll
Roger
destroy
had
you,
overcome,
too."
like
To which Garp replies,
how this
"If I
nigga
were
built
going to do
his
something, I'd have done it
his
a long time
right,
ago,"
like his
indicating that
fear,
Sengoku
like
believed that he could have taken down Garp and prevented Garp from doing anything while he was up on the platform. This is kind of reinforced by the fact that Sengoku is capable of holding Garp down when he is pissed off in a bloodlusted state. Now, some could believe that Garp let that happen, but I highly
my
doubt it
mama
given
and them,
his
I'm recording the
character and
video.
the fact that, of course, it's just he got caught off guard by Sengoku holding him down, and they're already classified as being relative to each other. It makes perfect sense that Sengoku could hold him down. It was serious force that was being used to hold him there. He said, "Sengoku, you had better keep holding me down like that." Not to say that I think that means he would overpower Garp in any setting, but it's a situation where, yeah, if he catches Garp by surprise and gets him from behind, definitely can hold him down as their relatives. Also, with that Shiki fight, the thing that rings true in my mind is, if you go back to JJK when Gojo was fighting with Sukuna, Maharaga, and Agito, Agito was the one that could not keep up. And that's always what I think about when characters are fighting in a multi-man fight, where if there's somebody that is far outclassed by the other, he will not be able to keep up and will become the weak link. Therefore, he could be dispatched of quickly and cause problems for the team. Now, that's not the case in all instances, and context matters, but it's something interesting to note and think about. All in all, we don't have many on-screen feats for Sengoku, although we do know that he fought Blackbeard for an unspecified period of time off-screen. Really, Blackbeard and his whole crew at Marineford. Now, the crew at Marineford, most of them didn't have their devil fruits by this point, and they're much weaker, presumably, than they are currently. But Blackbeard with both devil fruits is still a extremely powerful.
Let's talk about that for a moment. Blackbeard versus Sengoku, 1v1, right? We've seen what Blackbeard can do, and little instances, but more so with Law, and we've seen what Sengoku can do. I don't know. That's a tough one. Because Blackbeard produces shockwaves, Sengoku produces shockwaves. We don't know how good Sengoku's defense is before him to be in the position he's in. He gotta be pretty A1. And I mean, most admirals we've seen have Logia types. He has a Paramecia, and be an admiral with the Arizona. He has a rare zone, and a legendary zone, I might as well say, because he has the Buddha fruit. With that in mind, we have to, I guess you can say, look at other series where Buddha is referenced for a character and skill set. And honestly, had Sengoku went all out, I don't think Blackbeard would have survived that fight. I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have won. He was injured, but I really think Sengoku could have just bodied the whole crew at that point if he wasn't worried about the safety of the island.
Sengoku, that is. Being able to go toe-to-toe with him in a 1v1 or potentially 1v5 setting. Now, some people believe that Garp stepped in and fought. He was preparing to step in and fight to back up Sengoku, but it never actually happened. It specified on screen that Sengoku was fighting them, and Garp never had gotten involved.
If Garp had got jiggy,
he was prepared to, but then Shanks had showed up. So you could maybe take an interpretation that Blackbeard was getting the upper hand, but I would more so lean
Blackbeard would have got
in
that.
favor of it just being a similar situation with the Shiki encounter,
especially after
where
what we see from
Blackbeard
Garp.
was powerful enough to where the damage
White
was
Plates
getting
would have
too great.
leveled his whole crew.
Garp would have
Like,
to step
seriously.
in to mitigate that damage, and it was just an optimal moment
I
to back up.
don't
his
see
friend Sengoku.
Blackbeard
I don't
being
think
able to
that by any
tank
means
too
means
many
that
of
Blackbeard
those
was going to win
galaxy
against
impacts.
Sengoku or not.
And
We
we
do
know
he was
Garp think
damage
the
though. However, but we
haymakers.
don't have
So
any
like
context on that. We don't have any
haymakers
context on
of
what needs to happen.
you
As
might
far
have
as
said
Garp had a
universal
very good showing
impact.
against Aokiji, albeit Garp was
I don't
fighting
see it.
a severely holding back Aokiji. I
I
talked
don't
about this
see
at
it.
great length in my Aokiji versus Garp video and various other videos reiterating those topics on the fight.
We're gonna
But in
watch
fairness,
one
Garp was
of those
stabbed
videos
by
next.
Shiryu and had
The
other
Garp
things on his mind during
versus
the fight,
Akaiji
such as
fight.
saving Kobe and making sure
Because
that the
I really
next
feel like that's a
generation of Marines were safely able
misrepresented
to
fight
escape the
by a
island.
lot of the
All in all, I think
community
that
in
there's
terms of
overwhelming evidence for the two of
position
these
of
characters being
things.
rivals. If you wanted to lean toward Garp right now, I wouldn't have a problem with that just from the lack of feats from Sengoku. Garp has better showings and better portrayal thus far with the Aokiji fight, with the God Valley flashback, and with the documented fights against Roger. At least all we have for Sengoku are insinuations and hints, subtle hints to the prospect of him fighting with these old legends at different various points in the old era. As Whitebeard highlights how commendable he is on the battlefield, and of course, Roger seems to know about his combat prowess. I would not be surprised, however, if over time, when we finally do, if we finally do, get the reveal on the true power of Sengoku's Buddha fruit and the true essence of his full power, if it is revealed that Sengoku is slightly stronger than Garp at one point. But for now, that's just headcanon. So if you want to go with Garp, I have no problem with that. But I do think that without any question, Garp and Sengoku are one and the same. They are relative fighters at the highest of levels. Hope you enjoyed all the content in 2024. I look forward to having all your guys' support going into 2025, and we're going to take the channel to new heights. Appreciate it. See ya.
Okay. So do this first. All right. So boom. With that said, like he said at the end, I view Goku. I was gonna say Goku and Vegeta, but I view Garp and Sengoku in a similar vein to Goku and Vegeta, where there's never one that's really overall way superior to the other, but they're juxtaposed and they have enough feats to kind of let you lean one way or the other. And in this situation, because we see more relevancy in Garp in his most recent fight with Akaiji, I have to lean just a little bit more towards Garp. And the reason is because, bro, Galaxy Impact, like what he did, bro, what he did to the island was insane. And to see that, and to think, like, okay, what would have happened had he got his hand on Akainu? What would have happened had this man really let loose and Marine forward, like, and turned coats at that point? Would the Marines would have been able to, like, win at that point? Like, could Whitebeard have gotten away alive? Could Ace have gotten away alive? Like, so many questions, only because, like, again, seeing what Garp was capable of, that going all out, like, in rage to protect his grandson, both his grandsons in that moment, right? I don't see a situation whether Shanks arrived, Blackbeard arrived, or whoever else arrived, where they would have been able to stop both Garp and Whitebeard, even with Sengoku and all three admirals there. I don't see that happening. Like, they really would have had to call the Holy Knights in to assist in that situation. It's just, that's too much firepower. They would have leveled that island, like completely flattened the island type vibe. And anybody that would have gotten in their way would have just got steamrolled, because, I mean, what more can we say? But with that said, I agree with all Father Silver's point. Overall, my stance is, again, Garp teeters just a little bit further for me, a little bit higher. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. And if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to leave a like down below, comment some anime content you guys want me to kind of talk about, react to, discuss, and we're gonna keep the ball rolling. And I'm not just gonna do One Piece like this. I'm gonna do other series. I have a lot of videos that I've come across and I watched, and I not wanting to share my opinion on. I just didn't have my setup going, so now that I do, we gonna get that, man. We here big blunts all 2025, big videos all 2025, videos consistently every week all 2025. We will not stop. So with that said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.